wife and I are out on a little over 80-mile trip outing. Thanks for riding with us. We're about 5 or 6 miles into the trip, running about the speed limit. This particular gasifier seems to run extremely cool. The temperatures coming out of the heat exchanger into the rails are at 200 degrees right now. That includes the distance we've driven, plus warmed it up at home and went ahead and started up from the start. But this one seems to run really cool. Hold the steering wheel just a minute. About a 60 or 70 mile trip planned this morning that we're on. Here we are about 10 miles into the trip, just pulling over a hill. And our temperature has gone up to almost 300, but as we go down the other side, it'll probably start falling back off. We're down to 250 now. About the speed limit on the back roads. We went up the hill and the temperature went from 200 to 300. Now we're on level ground and we're running about 225. First little town we come through, Asheville, Alabama. Fixing to go around the courthouse square, and our temperature's at 210 going from the heat exchanger into the rails. At 15 miles of the end of the trip, cruising along at about 60 miles an hour. The cooling rail temp is at 310. Hopper temp is at ambient. Pulling about 7 or 8 inches of water. Just crossed Interstate 59. We had to slow down a little bit for gas burners. Temperature's down to just under 300 now. nothing bad. Looks like most of it's laying down. We're about 20 miles into the trip. It's on a bigger road and brought the temperature up to 400 degrees. On this truck I consider normal being about 450 is normal. Rise right now, going up a mountain. And go ahead and accelerate down, have it get out of overdrive. As it did, I was just fixing to push my button for it to come out of overdrive. We're up about 3,000 RPMs here. Brought our temperature up to normal right there. We're at 450 degrees. Going down the other side of the mountain. On the fuel hopper. Rail temps dropped down to 400. Probably running about a quarter throttle, running 55 miles per hour. Pulling 7 inches of water at the rails. Best I can tell, maybe 1 or 2 inches at the hopper. So the ratio was about right. And we're running 2 or 3 miles over the speed limit. We're at 30 miles into the trip, running between 50 and 55. Cooling rail temp is at 300 degrees. Hopper temp is about ambient, just below 100. Road is pretty much rolling terrain. down now, so temperatures will start back down. Running just under 60 miles per hour. Temperature dropped back, going back down to about 300 on the rails. Every once in a while my check engine light comes on. If I kill the switch and turn it back on, it goes off, and the next 20 or 30 miles it might come back on again. Just a dab over the speed limit, maybe about 5 over. Want to unlock the torque converter, I can just barely touch my brakes and it'll unlock the torque converter where my RPMs will come up just a little bit, and then it shifted back out. At about 36 miles into the trip, still running about 50 miles an hour. Temperature on the rails is down to about 310, 325. Upper temp is about around ambient.